Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MU stand. This is your preview for Manchester United versus Fulham. This is gonna be another big game. This is gonna be another knockout game. But of course, we are going to cover in this one. We are going to cover the team news, the starting 11, who we think is actually going to start in this match. We're going to cover all of that in this show, people. We're also going to be discussing the Europa League draw. So it looks like Manchester United are playing against Seville. This is going to be another tough opponent, tough Spanish opponent. But in this show, guys, we're gonna talk about the FA Cup quarterfinals. Let's take a look at who we have in the chat before we get started. Imad, thank you for joining as well. So Manchester United's final outing before the international break is the Emirates FA Cup quarterfinals with Fulham at Old Trafford. Like I mentioned, this is another opportunity for Erik Ten Hag's side to reach Wembley again, with the semifinals of the competition stage is actually on Wembley. So obviously, if we win this, we are going to be in Wembley Stadium. Fulham is not an easy team. This is going to be another tough team because they are sitting comfortably ninth in the Premier League table, having had a full week actually to prepare for this big game. So it's not going to be easy, people. It's not going to be easy. But in this show, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to cover the team news, the predicted starting lineup, the current form, head-to-head, and score prediction. So be sure to stick around and get involved by letting us know who should be in the starting 11. Okay, so before we look at the team news, if you're enjoying these previews, make sure to smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Okay, let's get to the team news here. Okay, so the manager was asked to provide an update on two of these players, Anthony Martial and Antony. So this is what he had to say today. So he said, we have to talk about it, and I think Anthony Martial will not be available. And Anthony Dos Santos, we have to see how he will progress. So for sure, we're not going to see Anthony Martial in this game, but we'll see how Anthony will progress. Probably he's going to be involved in that FA Cup, maybe in the second half, possibly. But this is what Erik Ten Hag has to say. The other players that he talks about is Sabitzer. So Sabitzer actually turned 29 on Friday. He made his comeback after a short layoff when coming off the bench in the second half in that Europa League tie against Real Betis. Another news is Casemiro. Of course, everybody knows that Casemiro started that game yesterday against Real Betis, but he's going to be missing the next 4 domestic competitions. He's going to be a big loss, people. He's definitely going to be a big loss, but I don't think we're going to miss him in this one, but he will be out for this match. Garnacho. So Alejandro Garnacho joined the list of absentees when suffering an ankle ligament damage late in that game against the Saints. Donny van de Beek and Christian Eriksen are also still out. So that's the team news for Manchester United. But let's quickly cover the Fulham team news, and then we're going to go through the starting 11, which I think should be, or the predicted 11, which I think should play against Fulham. But okay, let's take a look at, here it is. Okay, so the Fulham team news. Cedric Soares is also, he's actually back after being unable to face his parent club, which is Arsenal. Niskan Cabano and Tom Kearney and Levi Kazawa remain to be injured. So those two will be out. As you can see the list, they do have quite a list there. William missed the defeat against the former team Arsenal with a sore back. He will need to be assessed closely to kick off. So probably he's gonna face us. If he plays against us, I don't think it should be a big concern. But that is the team news for them. As you can see, these are the 4 players that they have some doubtful and minor injuries on their list. Okay, so let's talk about the lineup. Let's just dive into it, people. Let's just dive into it. This is the lineup that has started against Real Betis, the second leg. So David De Gea was in goal. The back four is Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Martinez, and Malacia. We're going to make a few changes in this lineup. We definitely are going to make a few changes in this lineup. I do think David De Gea will stay there. We don't need to make a change there. But Wan-Bissaka at right back, I think he should stay there. Dalot, he's been the number one choice now for a long period of time until the past 2-3 weeks. The past 2-3 weeks, Erik Ten Hag is using more Wan-Bissaka in the right moments. I think Dalot needs to play himself into form. He needs to find his form, but at this moment in time, I think Wan-Bissaka is doing really well. So for that reason, Wan-Bissaka will stay there at right back for me. Harry Maguire, get this guy out of the lineup. I'm not joking. Harry Maguire is not going to be able to start this game. I know he did okay against Real Betis. The first half was very shaky in my opinion, but the second half he did improve. So as the entire team, he wasn't really threatened in the second half. Wasn't really tested in the second half, but he did okay. He did fine. But I do accept Rolls-Royce Varane here. That is the back four we've been waiting for. So that's going to happen. That is going to happen against Fulham. We're not going to mess around against Fulham. We're not going to take them lightly. There is an international game coming up. We have to go with the full force and make sure we book our spot in the semifinal. So Varane will start alongside Martinez, 2 World Cup winners, and Malacia. Malacia did get some opportunity yesterday. I don't think he's going to start this game. I think it's going to be Luke Shaw. So where's Luke Shaw? Put Luke Shaw back in. So Luke Shaw will be back in the starting 11. So that's going to be the case. So this is going to be the back four, people. This is going to be the back four. Do let me know in the comment sections if you disagree with this back four. Who would you change? You agree with Wan-Bissaka and Shaw starting. You agree with Martinez starting with Varane. Let me know in the comment sections what you guys think. I do see something here. Imad says, I'm a huge Manchester United fan, Manchester United faithful. Yeah, big up, big up. Okay, let's just go dive into the middle of the park here. We're looking at the midfielders here. Casemiro and Fred. So Casemiro and Fred, obviously we said Casemiro is not available for this match, so Casemiro has to be taken off. But who would you replace him with is the question. Would you rather put McTominay in? Would you rather put Sabitzer in? Do let me know your opinion in the comments. But I think it's going to be Sabitzer. The fact that Sabitzer did get some minutes against Real Betis tells me that he's leading him into starting this match. So I do think Sabitzer will start alongside Fred. Sabitzer is a better player than McTominay. And I never want to see McTominay and Fred starting matches again. I mean, I don't want to see those two starting games. I really, really don't want those two players starting games because we know how much we suffered last season or the season before that. Every single time those two start games, the entire Manchester United fan is not comfortable. We are not comfortable. The same way you see Harry Maguire starting games, you're not comfortable. That's the same thing. That's the same thing for me for Fred and McTominay. So for that reason, Sabitzer alongside Fred should do the job. It should do the job. Pelstri did manage to start the game against Real Betis. Is he going to continue on this match? I think so. He did fine. He did okay for his first start since I don't know how long it's been, but he did really well. Pelstri. And if Anthony is a doubt, you better make sure that Pelstri starts that game because, I mean, you could say Sancho could start in that position, but I think Pelstri is, at this moment in time, Erik Ten Hag kind of rates Pelstri more just now. In the past few weeks, if you've seen it, Sancho has been dropped to the bench. Yesterday, against Real Betis, I expected Sancho to start, but Sancho did not start. Is it because he wanted to start him in this game? Or is he actually falling down the pecking order? We will find out on Sunday, obviously, but I think Pelstri should be selected again. He should be selected again if Antony is out or is carrying some kind of injuries. So Pelstri on the right. Rashford is going to continue playing as a left attacking forward. So Rashford is going to be on the left. Weghorst as a striker. Just behind him, we do have Bruno Fernandes. So this is going to be the team. I mean, if, like I said, Anthony Martial is out, if he was available immediately, I would be taking out Weghorst in the lineup and put Anthony Martial in. But the fact that Martial is still not fit, the fact that he's not fit, we do have no choice but to continue to select Weghorst. So Weghorst will be the number 9. But Bruno Fernandes as a number 10, really, he has no competition. I mean, you're looking at the team now. Eriksen is injured. Who else can play there? I mean, Sancho is the guy that can play as a number 10. And Sancho didn't really do that well when he actually played as a number 10. Ten Hag did mention that he can play as a 10, but I don't think he did well. I really don't think he did well. That he didn't convince me playing as a number 10, Sancho. So I expect our team to be like this. I do expect our team to be like this. But what do you think? What do you think, guys? Is there any changes you would make in this lineup? Do you agree with the front four? Do you agree the middle of the park, Sabitzer versus Fred or versus McTominay? Who you think should start this game? Do let me know your thoughts in the comment sections. But let's take a look at now. It's time to take a look at the team's form. So team's form, as you can see, coming into this game, Manchester United have won 3 games, lost 1 game, and drawn 1 game. We did advance to the quarterfinals of the Europa League, so that is a good accomplishment. Arsenal are out. Arsenal are out, believe it or not. But we're going to talk about that later on. But yes, we have 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 win. So, 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. So it's fine. That's fine. I mean, it's not a bad form. You look at Fulham. Fulham just got smashed by Arsenal just last week by 3-0 at home. They also lost against Brentford. They managed to win 2 games out of 5 and drawn 1 against Wolves. So they're not a great form. I mean, their position in the league says they're a strong team. They are like a very strong team because they're still 9th. So, but you look at their form, it's not that good. It's not that good. So we shouldn't be worried, to be honest with you. We should not be worried. Head-to-head, okay. So head-to-head, the last 5 meetings. The last 4 meetings, as you can see, we've won 3 of it and drawn 1. So the only game we've drawn against them was actually on May 18. That's the Premier League match last season. So they did manage to get a draw at Old Trafford, as you can see, but we managed to beat them back to back 3 times. So I'm not worried in this match. That is the head-to-head for you. FA Cup quarterfinals list. So this is the list that we have, meaning this is the teams that are left in the competition. So Manchester City are playing Burnley, Sheffield United are playing Blackburn, Brighton, Grimsby, and United versus Fulham. So I'm showing you this guy. I'm showing you this because if we win this, the only team we should be concerned about is Manchester City. You're looking at that team, you could definitely say we are in a big chance to win another trophy here. We did win the Carabao Cup already, but this is another big opportunity for us, people. Another big opportunity for us to win a title, because the only team we need to be concerned about is Man City. And I wouldn't mind playing Manchester City in a one-off game in the final or the semi-final. Really, like anything can happen. They're not that. They don't scare me. They really don't scare me. So We are in a good chance, people. We are in a good chance to win another trophy. Okay, so some insights here before I give you guys my prediction. So Manchester United are unbeaten in 22 home games. That is solid. That is very, very solid. United have not lost to Fulham in their last 14 meetings. So 14 meetings against Fulham, we've never lost. Well, we haven't lost. So our stats and everything points to one direction. We shouldn't be we should not be worried about Fulham. Okay, so let's just take a look at the lineup. Let's just review the lineup quickly, and I'll give you guys my prediction. You also let me know in the comment sections your prediction for this match. Okay, so where is it? So here it is. So this is the team, people. This is the team. So this is the team I think will face Fulham on the FA Cup quarterfinals. David De Gea goal, Wan-Bissaka on the right, Luke Shaw on the left. The two center backs are Lisandro, Martinez, and Varane. Two midfielders, Fred and Sabitzer. The front four is Palhinha on the right, Rashford on the left, Bruno just behind Weghorst. So that is the lineup, people. Like I said, do let me know if you disagree or agree with this lineup. Do let me know in the comment sections your thoughts. Okay, so prediction time. Prediction time. So I think in this game, I think Manchester United are going to win 2-0, and I do expect Marcus Rashford to get on the score sheet. I know we're going to be missing Casemiro for this match, but I don't think it's going to have any sort of impact in this game. I really don't. I don't think it's going to cause us problem not having Casemiro. Their defense will definitely struggle to keep Marcus Rashford quiet, and Bruno Fernandes is going to be a danger for them in terms of them behind creating chances for the likes of Marcus Rashford and Weghorst and Palhinha. So I do think they're going to struggle to keep us quiet. I think they're going to struggle to keep Bruno quiet and Marcus Rashford quiet. So for that reason, I'm definitely going for Manchester United win. We should have no trouble booking our spot in the Final Four at Old Trafford, people. Manchester United news. Thank you for joining. What are you saying? Yesterday, I think we got lucky to win. Yeah, you could say we got lucky to win, but we won the tie comfortably yesterday. We won the tie comfortably. I don't think we had any issues. David De Gea had to make a couple of saves in that first half, yes. But if you look at the first leg and the second leg, we won the tie comfortably. I don't think even Real Betis players can complain about that. They got smashed 4-1 in the first leg, and the second leg, we managed to win, but it could have been a draw. Even it could have been a loss by 1 goal, but it really doesn't matter. We still advance to the next round deservedly. Rashford goal was from frustration. Yeah, he did kind of show his anger because he had 2-3 great opportunities to score in that match. He really did. He actually missed the easier chance, and he managed to score one of the difficult shots. I mean, it's just incredible sometimes. You can't explain football. That's what happens. Sometimes you miss one twice, and then he scores from that distance. It was incredible. Incredible goal by Marcus Rashford. Okay, so let's just quickly just talk about your thoughts on the Europa League, and we got to wrap up here. Okay, so as you can see, Manchester United, we've been drawn against where is it? We have been drawn against Seville, like I mentioned in the quarterfinals. So if we win that, by the way, we never won against Seville in the Europa League or in Europe in general. I mean, these are the last 3 results, as you can see, 0-0, 2-1, and 2-1. So Seville could cause us problem. They could cause us problem in terms of advancing to the next round. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. And if we do actually win against Seville, we're going to be facing either Juventus or Sporting. So we're not going to be playing Roma. So Roma has probably the easiest draw, if I'm not mistaken. The easiest draw is probably Roma. And how exciting would it be? How exciting would it be? Could we see Jose Mourinho's Roma face Manchester United in the Europa League final? Imagine that. Imagine that. That is going to be an outstanding tie, people. An outstanding tie. But yeah, that has been the draw for this, for the quarterfinals. Let's just read this out before I wrap up here. Most of our team, like Antony, Rashford, Martial, missed the easy chances, but they score the difficult one you mean. Yeah. Most of them, the likes of Antony, Martial also, he scores a lot of difficult goals. I don't know what's up with that. Most of our strikers do actually do that. It's incredible. Is it because they don't have pressure? Nobody expects them to score from that distance or from that kind of range, and they manage to do it. But when it's a one-on-one, they kind of get scared or afraid that they would miss, and because of that, they miss. I don't know. It could be any of those reasons. Really, really don't know. But the one thing we know now is Marcus Rashford is hot in form, and I don't see Fulham stopping Marcus Rashford in this match. I think he's going to get a couple of goals, if not one. I mean, if not two, he's going to get at least a goal in this match. Manchester United news says we got Sevilla in the draw. Yes, that's what I just covered. Yeah, Sevilla are a tough team. They're not going to be an easy team, people. They're not going to be an easy team. I just showed that the past 3 games against Sevilla, we didn't win. We did lose in that. When Jose was in charge, we did lose against Sevilla in the Champions League. I remember round of 16. What a boring draw that was. And then we lost against them. And also, I think under Ole, I think we didn't manage to win against them as well. So really, Sevilla are not an easy team. So the quarterfinals will be tough. But our focus now is Fulham, people. Our focus now is Fulham. That's all we got to think about. Forget about Sevilla now. Our focus now is Fulham on Sunday, making sure that we win that game and advance to the next round. Hopefully we get an easier draw and play Manchester City in the final. Would be a fantastic final at the Wembley Stadium. Okay, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm gonna wrap up here, guys. By the way, make sure you smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. But yeah, people, this concludes the preview for Manchester United versus Fulham. Do let me know in the comment sections your thoughts. Who should start and who should be on the bench? Do let me know in the comment sections, and also your score predictions as well. But yeah, people, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to join us for the watch along. Like I said, also let us know in the comment sections what you guys think about the lineup. What score predictions are you thinking of? Are we going to win? Are we going to draw? But yeah, do let me know all of that jazz in the comment sections, people. And that is it. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.